Today we are discussing how to multiply polynomials using the box method. You can see I have a polynomial that has two terms in each one, so these are both binomials. I've already drawn out my box, a 2 by 2 box, so that I can put each binomial on the side and on top. And now I'm just going to go through the process of actually multiplying these things together, combining like terms so I can get my final answer. So I'm going to take my first binomial and put it up here, or I'm sorry, put it on the left side, making sure to include the signs that go with it. So this is a positive x also because there's no symbol in front of it. And then the second binomial is going to go on top. I'm going to multiply every single box together, so I should have something in all four boxes. X times x gives me x squared. X times 5 gives me 5x. 2 times x gives me 2x, which is not the same as x squared. And then 2 times 5 gives me 10. All right. Again, we need to put the symbols as we are multiplying these things so that we don't forget. Now I need to combine my like terms. Like terms have the same exponent and have the same variable with the same exponent. So this x squared here cannot be combined with anything because there's no other x squareds in our box. But this 5x and the 2x can be combined together because those are both x's to the first power. So when I write out what I have here, I'm going to write out each box individually and then put together the ones that can be combined. So I had an x squared plus 5x plus 2x plus 10. Again, I can combine the 5x and the 2x, and my final answer will be x squared plus 7x plus 10. Now that one was pretty simple. We can try one that's a little more difficult. We have to multiply a little bit more, and we have to multiply an extra term. So I have an example here with the box already pre-drawn. I have a binomial, x plus 9, and I have a trinomial, because it has three terms, x squared minus 4x plus 1. Same steps, I'm just going to have to multiply a couple extra things. So I'm going to write my first one on the left, positive x minus 9, because it's negative. Oh, I'm sorry, plus 9, because it's positive, my bad. And then on the top, we're going to have x squared minus 4x plus 1. So now we'll just multiply all these things out. Positive x times positive x squared gives me x to the third power. Okay, this is like x, and then x squared is x times x. So x times x times x would give me x to the third power. I got negative 4x times x. There's no other number to multiply the negative 4 by because it's 1x, so 1 times negative 4 would be negative 4. X times x is x squared. I have x times 1, so that's just 1x. We have positive 9 times x squared, so that's positive 9x squared. 9 times negative 4x would be negative 36. 9 times negative 4, and then the x. And then 9 times 1 would give me positive 9. Now in this situation, we have two sets of like terms that we can combine together. There's nothing to put together with x to the third, because that's the only one with the third power. There are two of them. There are two x to the second powers that we can combine together. And there are two x's that we can combine together. All right, so when we have our final answer, we're going to end up with four different things. We're going to have an x to the third, an x squared, an x, and then the number that's all by itself. So when I combine these to write down my final answer, I'm going to have x to the third first. Then I combine my x squareds. Negative 4 plus 9, or 9 minus 4, gives me positive 5x squared. Then here, and I colored it in a little dark, I got negative 36 plus 1, or 1 to minus 36. It's going to give me negative 35x. And then the 9, there's only one number by itself, so I just put that at the end. And I can't simplify this expression anymore. This is the answer to multiplying these two things together.